Let's talk about Mondo. And let's talk about product defects, as well as customer service. So a while ago, we talked about the Mondo 1.6 Teela. I talked a lot about that Teela. I looked over that Teela. I was immensely impressed with that Teela. Also, a while ago, on a very large video, it's like 2 hours and 42 minutes. It was way bigger of an undertaking than I had expected, but I did post the whole video regardless. I went over every single game that I have collected for the PlayStation 1, one by one, talking about different stories that entail to the game. Why I liked it, what my favorites were, what I don't like, what I've actually played, what I haven't played, problems that I've experienced while collecting, yada yada. And during that video, I mentioned something. First impressions are not the basis that you should use ever to think about how you actually feel about a thing. Period. You watched a movie, it was one of the greatest movies you ever saw. Stop for a minute. Wait. Watch it again. At least one more time, if not 3 or 4 more times. I know, and believe it or not, sometimes that's true for things that you don't like as well. You may find that with time, the way that you changes your opinion about a thing, as well as you might be able to take interest in certain things that a product was talking about that you didn't realize before, or you've just changed over time and it's that much more impressive to you. You may also find that some of the things that you honestly enjoyed, you are wearing hardcore nostalgia goggles, and it's not quite as great as you remember, or it might be. First impression is not the way that you should guaranteely grade everything that you have. And that's a thing about collecting as well. This stuff goes up on the shelf, then it sits there for a while, then as we do projects, like we take the stuff down, we clean, we put it up, we rearrange it, we move certain items to the front, and we start to develop interest over certain items over time that kind of stand out in the collection. I do my show primarily as a first impression show. I like to get an item. I like to talk about how it pertains to the fandom of my life. And then I like to open it up and kind of check it out and really get into it and figure out what I like and what I don't like about the thing that I'm currently handling. And then I usually do an outro, and then that's the end of the video. Every now and then, something is so cool that I overlook problems. And it doesn't hit me at all that there is a problem. And there's one right there staring you in the face this whole time. And I don't know if you've noticed it, 'cause I sure didn't. Let's move in a little closer real quick, because I want you to see this. I want you to see what's wrong. I mean, she looks fantastic. You can't deny that for a second. She looks great. She's absolutely on point. Very impressive. Still almost just as impressed as the very day that I got her. She sits on the desk. She is really cool. She is a front and center figure that never leaves the desk. And she has one major flaw. That that these two forearms are the same forearm. I got two left arms. I didn't even notice it. Like, I didn't notice it at all. It completely slipped by me. I had no idea. I put her together. I put her on the desk. And every now and then I would kind of move her a little bit. But for the most part, she's something I just wanted to look at all the time. She almost could have well been a statue and I'd have been just as happy. Though I do love the idea that it's a figure and I can actually take it out and do photo shoots and stuff like that with it. But I did a couple pictures. I posted them on my Instagram. And strangely enough, somebody called it out. Somebody said, "Oh, your Teela has two left arms." And I said, "What?" And my mind was blown. Because as soon as I saw that comment, I was like, "Wait, what?" And I looked. And sure enough, oh crap, she does. This is not a cheap figure. In the least, this is a figure that costs you some real money. So when you make a discovery like that, it truly hurts. I was not expecting it. Then I remember feeling this like dread for a moment, like in the pit of my stomach, like, oh man. I mean, I've looked by it all this time. Is it really going to bother me in the long run? Crap, it probably is. So then, the same guy says, get a hold of Mondo. They'll replace it. And I'm like, will they? I bought this quite a while ago. I don't know what their limitation is on anything like that. But hey, who's not to try? Then I clicked on the guy's profile and it seemed like he had an awful lot of Mondo pics. And I was like, that's interesting. Okay. I get a hold of the customer service. I send the email. I say, hey, this is what's going on. I didn't even realize it, but my Teela she's not perfect. Everyone has flaws. My Teela has two left arms. And I got a response. All right, cool. Send us a picture of the product. Let us see it. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I send them a picture, and I also give them information. Hey, I also did a video. I reviewed her. I absolutely think she's fantastic. I did not realize it during the video, but if you need any kind of other evidence or whatever, this is the guy that pointed it out to me. This is my Instagram. This was my YouTube. This is the video that I did. And I put it all out there. I don't think any of that extra stuff I did was necessary, but I've dealt with customer services that will screw you, so I was worried. So I wanted to make it extensively clear. Hey, this is not an alteration. I have video of me opening her up day one, showing her off, talking about her, doing the stuff, posting the pictures. Like, I thought she was perfect. I did not realize until it was brought to my attention that she's not. I got a hit back. Oh, no, we see that. You're right. We'll send a replacement body out. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. No, that's awesome. Well, thank you. That's amazing. No hassle, no issues. Hey, what's the number on her? Show us a picture. Yeah, we see it. Here, let's fix her. That easy. That easy. And sure enough, I got a notice. Hey, we're sending a Teela body out. I was thrilled. It cost me nothing. And being's what I paid for her, I am very impressed. This is a second Teela body. And even more impressive, I thought when they said they would send a Teela body out to me, that what I would get would be just the body. But it's not. It's the entire body, and the feet, and an extra set of gripping hands. And you know what? They didn't even demand this one be given back. I just got the second body right here. A perfect second body. Like, that amazes me. It absolutely floors me. That is unbelievably fantastic. To the point where now, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm going to do a double display. My problem is what I do. Do I make one with the snake armor? Or do I make... Because I think I know what I want to do. Because I'm unbelievably thrilled that they did this. I have one that has a minor flaw. One that I was able to look past and didn't even realize was an issue. But it was. One that now, every time I see her on the shelf, I see it. I see it. But I didn't for a long time. Which makes me feel like if I do it right, I could set her up as the 2000X Teela with that really fantastic extra head that I got. I could set her up as the 2000X Teela, and I could set her up as the Teela that I know. The Teela that I love. The original series Teela. And both of them will be fantastic. I think this is an unbelievable dream. Like, I will say, when I first said, hey, that's great, thank you, that's amazing, they're going to send one out for me. They said they'd send it out. Then I got a confirmation email. And I was like, great. And it took a long time for it to get here. To the point where I was actually starting to wonder if maybe something had went wrong or they'd forgotten about me. Because this happened shortly after the video that I did. And as you can tell, with me coming back to do this video now, I just got it. And I'm, you know what? Worth the wait. I can't disagree. If they're going to treat me right, guys, this is not a cheap figure. Teela was not cheap. And she sold out fast. And I missed my shot at She-Ra. So, regardless of how long it might have taken, I didn't even notice the defect. Somebody from Mondo told me something was wrong with it. And then Mondo replaced it. No problems. Here you go. You didn't spend all that money just to get screwed. I have heard stories about how Mondo will go out of its way to fix its problems. I'm amazed. I gotta set up this second Teela.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.